Hello, welcome back to part 2B. We're talking about the square roll, and we're playing the song Mountain Dew. Let me say a quick word about the melody and how it plays out in this song and a lot of other ones, and why we use the square roll, why it works. If I were to snap 1, 2, 3, 4 and start singing it, listen to how many of the notes that I'm singing occur on the downbeat or the snap. Here we go. 3, 4. Call it that good old Mountain Dew. All of those words except for old, which was good old, kind of went along with good anyway, were on the downbeat. And the downbeat is where the thumb is playing. The upbeat, in between the snaps, is where the first, second, or even fifth string play. So you're essentially, when we're learning these melodies, and anytime you want to improv or learn a new melody, you pluck out the melody and then you fill it in with the first, second, or fifth strings. To review, we've got we held that third string, fourth fret, square roll. It's a 3, 2, 5, 1 square roll with your middle finger down on the third string, fourth fret. We held that for a few measures, and that's because the words are do, and it holds the do. Call it that good old Mountain Dew, and then that, and then it goes on to the next line. So when you're playing do, if you were only playing the melody, you would just play and just hold that note, which wouldn't be much of a banjo break, would it? But if you go do, and then that, now you're picking banjo. You're playing kind of a Scruggsy style break. Let's pick up with the C chord coming off that do. Now, I believe we covered an exercise of this in the first video, but just to refresh you, we're making a partial C chord here, and we're playing a 3, 2, 3, 1. Except on the first three, we're going to put the middle finger down while still holding the chord on the third string, second fret, and then we immediately take it off. And when we take it off, we're on the 3-1, and then you could play a 5-1 or a 5-2. I mentioned earlier that you try to alternate the second and the first strings when you're playing those filler notes. You don't have to. You can play I use the first string 2 times in a row for the filler note. It sounds okay. So I'm playing 3, 2, 3, 1, 5, 1, like this. And then there's a 3, 2 at the end. You could look at this as an 8-note measure of 3, 2, 3, 1, 5, 1, 3, 2 if you wanted to. And then you repeat that again. 3, 2, 3, 1, 5, 1. So together it would be 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go to the fourth string, second fret for our melody note. And the singing part is are few, are few. And the context is them that refuse it are few. And we already played them that refuse it when we did this. And going to play R, few. And when you get to few, you're on a G chord. So we're going to open up the left hand, release the C chord, and continue with a square roll. Let's see where it takes us. Now what just happened there? Well, I came off of the 4th string 2nd fret C chord, R, few. When I hit the word few, I went back to our traditional square roll, but the melody is on the low D string, so I'm playing it 4, 2, 5, 1, 3, 2, 5, 1. 4, 2, 5, 1, 3, 2, 5, 1. When we first learned how to alternate that string, we were doing 3, 2, 5, 1, 4, 2, 5, 1, 3, 2, 5, 1, 4, 2, 5, 1. It's just the opposite of that. You're putting the 4, 2, 5, 1 chunk first. And that works well. There's no words there. You're waiting for the next line to appear, and so you want to keep something kind of chugging along there, and the 4, 2, 5, 1, 3, 2, 5, 1 works great. From Them That Refuse It are few, and then I'll play through that 4, 2, 5, 1, 3, 2, 5, 1, 4, 2, 5, 1, 3, 2, 5, 1 roll. Them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up. And when you get to hush up, my mug, it's exactly the same as they call it, that four, 2, 4, 1 again. So fill up my jug with that good old. Those are all pretty much square rolls. All those 7 or 8 ending melody notes are either open 3rd string, 2nd fret 3rd string, or 4th fret 3rd string. So, with that good mountain. Now the problem is though, when you get to mountain, mountain dew, you're going to a D or D7th chord, which means that when you're coming down to this note here, you need to put your index finger on the 2nd string 1st fret, and then that way when you play the middle finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, you're playing a D7th chord. The final phrase is going to be with that 3, 2, 3, 1, with that. The second 3, you put the note down on the 3rd string 2nd fret. With that good old. Now here, in this place, you could probably go 3, 2, 5, 1 again. Do it twice for a good old mountain dew. The idea is to get the basic melody and keep working on where those melody notes are with your thumb, and learn how to play all these melody notes while keeping the roll rolling.
1, 2, 3, 4.
working on it. I know this can be difficult. There's a whole lot to do in this song. Like I said last video, we're introducing a lot of new concepts. The great news is, though, that these will be used for other songs too. A lot of these same type of patterns. Another song, for instance, that might use it would be $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. Sounds pretty close to my Uncle Mort, he sawed off quite short, doesn't it? And there's a lot of songs that do that same thing. They have very similar melodies, which means that you could take the Mountain Dew and when somebody hollers out, play $2 bill, you say, lost all my money but a $2 bill. And there you are, right into a break using the exact same melody notes and rolls that you're using with Mountain Dew. I'm going to continue here with a couple of more songs in the next few videos so we can keep working on this idea of using the square roll. And then we'll branch off into using forward rolls, backward rolls, and ultimately, as you probably already know, most players use a combination of these rolls when they're doing solos. There's no two ways about it. You typically will not see a solo done all with a square roll like I did this. It's great for beginners because you don't have to worry about, oh, here's where I switch to a forward roll, here's where I go to a forward reverse roll. Eventually, as you learn how to play melody using different rolls, you'll be able to switch among those rolls to come up with even more interesting solo patterns. Good luck with it. See you in the next video.
1, 2, 3, 4.